Have you ever fantasized about living in Paris and wondered what it would be like? Paris is a charming and fascinating city, but guess what? It's also costly. Since many people want a slice of this lovely city, the cost of living has skyrocketed. The French capital has become a playground for the wealthy. So if you're serious about living in the City of Light, you'll need to have plenty of cash on hand. But how do the wealthy of Paris live the high life? Let's find out. Affluent neighborhoods. Paris might be the city of love, but you'll have to splash some serious cash to get all of the affection. Some of the neighborhoods are so pricey that only those with inconceivable wealth can afford to live there. The 4th arrondissement, known as Saint-Germain, is one of these wealthy neighborhoods. There are a lot of reasons why folks enjoy visiting this area of the city. It not only features some of the most significant and renowned historical landmarks in the city, such as Notre Dame Cathedral and the magnificent Place des Vosges, but it also serves as the heartbeat of modern Paris. It has a number of thriving, upscale neighborhoods that draw students, designers, artists, and fashionistas. The 7th arrondissement is another amazing place to be. Located in the center of Paris on the Rive Gauche, it offers the ideal combination of the city's most iconic landmarks with the modest appeal of a Parisian area. The 7th arrondissement is one of Paris's most sought-after districts, brimming with charm and possessing a prime position. It has a laid-back pace of life and lets you take advantage of its lovely candlelit restaurants, fashionable shopping, vibrant street markets, and charming little cobblestone streets. After a long day of exploration, your Paris apartment is waiting for you, where you can relax and enjoy exquisite cuisine while taking in the breathtaking views of the Eiffel Tower. When the Eiffel Tower comes to life with sparkling lights during the captivating nighttime spectacle, be ready for an eyeful. A wealthy Frenchman even owns a big mansion right near to the Eiffel Tower. While the identity of the owner is unknown, you can't help but admit that living in a home that provides you with a breathtaking view of the Eiffel Tower is mind-blowing. According to rumors, this mansion costs over $300 million. Shopping in Paris makes for an unforgettable experience. From the majestic department shops on the Boulevard Haussmann to the boutiques of the Rousseau, the city has got it all. However, not everybody in Paris shops in the same way the billionaires do on these flashy designer streets. The rich and famous come from all parts of the globe to shop on these fancy streets. Sèvres-Babylone, Champs-Élysées, and Saint-Germain-des-Prés are just a few of Paris's breathtaking shopping districts. These shopping areas are the perfect places for the wealthy to indulge in retail therapy because high-end stores like Louis Vuitton and Hugo Boss are there for their needs. You have wealthy folks purchasing from famous brands like Prada, Giorgio Armani, and Tom Ford. Avenue Montaigne is another location where people shop non-stop. The interesting thing about this shopping street is that it was formerly known as a restaurant that was only accessible to the wealthy. Restaurants in Paris. If you've ever wondered where Paris billionaires socialize, dine with their families, and go on dates, you should know that it's at one of these exorbitantly priced eateries. The magnificent Guy Savoy restaurant in Paris is the priciest of them all, with staggering costs per person. Guy Savoy's 18-course meal will run you about $520. Les Meurice comes in as the second most expensive restaurant in Paris. A meal for two at this establishment will probably cost at least $1,000. That's cheap to some billionaires. The iconic Le Fouquet's has been open since 1899 and is famed for hosting the post-dinner parties of the César Award show for the last 40 years. It was also the eatery of interest for former President Nicolas Sarkozy, who was frequently there to celebrate his election victory in 2007. The menu was created in partnership with Michelin-starred chef Pierre Gagnier. It serves expertly cooked seafood dishes, tender pieces of meat, and the freshest veggies, as well as the chef's modern spin on French classics. Café de Flore is another one of Paris's most well-known eateries. It served as a hub for the city's creatives during its heyday. Brigitte Bardot, Karl Lagerfeld, and Pablo Picasso are a few of the famous people who have gathered at this vintage eatery for deep discussions and coffee consumption. Ever since then, you have had people from different parts of the globe come here to experience a bit of Paris's artistic and literary legacy. Café de Flore has now become a favorite among affluent Parisians today. And you know what? The food is quite excellent. Even if you don't come for dinner, the terrace is a great place to people watch while sipping coffee or wine. Although Le Procope is the oldest cafe in Paris, Tour d'Argent claims to be the oldest restaurant, having opened as an inn in 1582. It was a favorite of royalty in the 16th century and is still suited for a royal visit today. This restaurant provides a glamorous menu prepared by one Michelin-starred chef Philippe Labé and boasts a breathtaking view of Notre Dame. If you can't make it to the restaurant, its bakery across the street, Le Boulanger de la Tour, or the more reasonable La Rotisserie d'Argent next door will provide you with a taste of its famous dishes. So you see, these establishments frequently host Parisian billionaires, and if you really want to eat there, be sure to bring your entire paycheck for the month with you. They also frequently host resorts that charge exorbitant rates per night. The wealthy residents of Paris waste no time spending thousands of dollars per night in exclusive hotels and resorts. They've got the cash, so why not spend it? Tourist destination. Paris is a popular tourist destination, and visitors come from all over the world to this city. Billionaires, however, visit this city in style. They fly on private aircraft and stay in Palladio hotels with nightly rates ranging from $2,000 to $20,000. And they, of course, get to drink the most costly wine and get 5-star treatment. For the wealthy, getting to and from Paris is a breeze because France is reachable from many European nations. Almost everyone finds it quite easy to travel to Paris. However, these rich folks travel in style, unlike mortals like us. Not everyone has access to private aircraft, but billionaires do, and they come in different shapes and sizes. These people not only fly in private aircraft, but also in flashy vehicles and trains. I mean, they spend their time working to increase their wealth, so it is only right that they treat themselves to luxury. You'll always find the rich and famous in Paris indulging in some of the most luxurious activities that the average person wouldn't dream of. Take, for example, hanging around some of the best golf courses around. Paris is home to several of the world's top golf courses, including Golf de Fontainebleau and Golf du Bois de Boulogne. The Fontainebleau Forest is one of the most stunning in France, and the world-class golf course that winds through it is no exception. Located just outside of Paris in a location of exceptional beauty and historical significance, it is nothing short of a wonderful experience. Out of the 5 world-class golf courses in France, 2 are found in Paris. This should tell you how many folks are willing to pay for the luxury that these golf clubs provide. Riding a hot air balloon over Paris is another one of those out-of-the-ordinary ideas that pay off big time. However, it has long been a part of Parisian culture. Every year, tourists flock to Paris to enjoy the city's allure, but only a select handful have a memorable experience. There's an interesting backstory to how the hot air balloon thing started. On July 17, 1783, in Versailles, the first hot air balloon carrying living things was released into the sky as Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette watched. The living objects that were sent up were a duck, a rooster, and a sheep, since they believed it was unsafe to experiment on humans. Later that year, the first human journey was made from the grounds of the Bois de Boulogne. It is the capital's largest public park, and following the success of the endeavor, people began hot air ballooning over Paris as amusement for the upper class and royals who could afford it. If you're game, a 2-person private hot air balloon ride around the city will set you back a staggering $1,000 per hour. If you're flush with cash, you can even spend the entire day in one. What's your take on the Paris billionaire lifestyle? Let us know in the comments below. Before you leave, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.